What's up, YouTube? You already know what it is and who it is, but just in case you don't, you're tuned in to Higher Heights. I'm your host, Anthony Simmons, and if you're tuned into the only channel that stands for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Today, I want to talk to y'all. First of all, I need to ask y'all, how was your holiday season? Did you have a good time? Because I definitely did. Spending time with family, the eating, all the good things that come along with the holidays, especially the eating. You can see the chunkiness around the face, and I'm not just going to blame it on the holidays because your boy like to eat. But with that being said, I want to get into this topic. If you haven't done it already, if you're new to the channel, I need to let you know what you can do to the channel. I need you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss when I'm dropping content like this. Let's get into it. I done seen all over YouTube where plenty of people, content creators, are talking about Christmas, and how Christmas is a scam, how Christmas isn't a real holiday, it's a pagan holiday, how it's all formed around this whole totally fake idea or whatever. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I could have did this pre-Christmas, but I didn't want to be a damper on anybody's things that they had going on. And so I just wanted to wait till after Christmas, soak in the environment, try to let God put some things in my head and my spirit so that I could talk about. But everybody is talking about this Christmas thing, and this has been the topic of discussion for years and years and years and years. But the thing about Christmas that I want to talk about is how Christmas just doesn't feel the same. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into why Christmas or many of the other holidays do not feel the same anymore. First of all, we have to look into the fact that the times that we're living in. Yes, I always go to the times that we're living in. The reason Christmas and all the other holidays do not feel the same is because we are in the era of truth. The era of truth. That's with everything we go through in life, like with religious services. People aren't really packing out the church's houses like they used to. I mean, church, the institution, because people are in the era of truth, sound teaching, sound doctrine. Now, in a parallel universe, we're also in the era where people like to hear what they want to hear. So while you have this whole new movement of people in a generation that's grown up and wants to hear nothing but sound truth, you got a host of people who still and continue to grow who want to hear what they want to hear. If that doesn't make sense, let me break this all the way down to you. Let's even go back to the times where we did say holidays felt like holidays and families got together and there was this warm, fuzzy feeling, and we celebrated Easter and we celebrated Thanksgiving and we celebrated Christmas the way traditionally we felt like it was supposed to be celebrated. You always had that one kid that will be like, the Easter Bunny ain't real. Man, you guys know that Santa Claus ain't real. You always had that one in the bunch that was always like, look, bro, you know Santa ain't real. And sometimes occasionally you have the kid that runs away crying because his parents never told them that no, Santa Claus ain't real or the Easter Bunny ain't real. He grew up or she grew up their whole lives really based around this fairy tale reality. So you always got those kind of people who spoiled the party, so to speak, by telling the truth. You always had that. If you look back in the day, it was always this one kid around. He was usually the kid that'll probably laugh at you if you fall or whatever. Anyway, but you had the kid around that was going to be like, man, Santa Claus ain't real, and spoil your little festivities or whatever. So, and you always had the kids that wanted to be like,
nuh-uh, Santa Claus is real. The Easter Bunny is real.
So what I'm saying is, you always had that certain sector that wanted to be based on the truth, and you always had the people that just wanted to hear what they wanted to hear. There's a generation that has grown up that does not like the bull crap, the BS. The BS. Just tell me what it is. Give me what I need to know so that I can go on with life. I don't want the sugarcoating. I don't want the dog and pony show. Tell me what's really going on in life. I don't want this fake fairy tale pretend world. Tell me what's going on. Then you have an even larger crowd that just wants to hear what they want to hear to feel good. They don't want the truth. They want to feel good. And for the most part, that's how most of us are on a daily basis. We don't want to deal with the realm of reality, the truth of reality. Now, with that being said, like I said, most of the people who just want to hear what they want to hear or live in a false reality, these are the ones that keep going with the traditions of I got to buy all these Christmas presents. I got to get everybody something on the list. I got to put the lights up. I got to put the tree up. I got to put the star up, because they want to continue to live in this false reality. And you always have the supporters that are like, well, that's what you do on Christmas. And it's just love, giving people gifts and all of these great things. And they always have a way to justify what they're doing, when in reality, it's a warped sense of what's really going on and what the holiday is supposed to be birthed out of in the first place, right? Okay, so with that being said, like I said, those are the people you have that still want to continue on with traditions, even though it just doesn't quite feel the same anymore. So with that being said, let's go on to the next point of this topic. The people who want the truth, you got to realize that when people want to hold on to something or a tradition, whether or not it's right or wrong, when people want to hold on to it, it doesn't matter what you say. They don't want to hear what you got to say, because they're already living in a warped sense of reality. So even though some people go out, because I know this to be true, some people go out and buy all of these gifts and they can't even afford them. Some people take out loans just so they won't look bad on Christmas. Some people go into debt because they want to make sure people get Christmas gifts and they want to keep this image up. We all know people like that, right? So let's not act like we don't know people like that. That's kind of crazy to me. But when we get into the realm of everybody doing these videos, remember when I said all these content creators are doing these contents about how Christmas is a scam and it's not really Jesus's birthday and all that? Look, I'm finna tell y'all the raw 100% truth about Christmas, and it's all the truth you ever need to know about Christmas, Easter, and all those other holidays and everything. I'm finna give y'all some real game here in just a second, coming up right now. But first, I need y'all to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Also, leave in the comments, what do y'all think? Does Christmas feel like it used to feel? Does Thanksgiving feel like it used to feel? Here it goes. Here's the truth about holidays. Holidays are made up by society in order to drive the economy. Every holiday is endorsed to drive the economy, to make people spend money. It has nothing to do with feeling good. Corporations, which America is a corporation who own the toy stores and the jewelry stores and the car companies. You see so many commercials advertising because you gotta get your loved one something to let them know that you love them, okay? So there's two reasons why they promote Christmas really hard. Number one, the first reason that the world says they promote Christmas, but we know it has absolutely nothing to do with that, is Jesus Christ's birthday. Now, in a world that's increasingly moving farther away from the idea that God is even real or that Jesus existed, why continue to push that narrative when you guys don't believe in God, period? And the holiday has zero to do with God, if not less and less to do with him each year. Why? Because you know you want to play on the heartstrings and tug on the heartstrings and the emotions of people who actually believe in God. Now, not to mention how you're still skewing them away from the fact by saying, promoting buy. This is how we show our love, by giving each other gifts during this holiday, when the reason for the season is supposed to be that we had a savior, a child was born unto us, that we may have this hope and this light. But nevertheless, I digress. We go out and we spend all this money. We get all these gifts to show that we care, when 9 times out of 10, we know people don't even appreciate them. And it's getting so bad to the fact that people don't even spend time with each other no more. They just want what they want. They want the gifts. They're ungrateful. They just want what they want for you. So all of this hassle and all of this stuff is coming over a tradition. But here's the sad truth about it. When you look at the holidays, let's go down the list of the holidays real quick. And I told y'all I was about to show y'all some truth. When you think about Valentine's Day, when I thought about Valentine's when I was a kid in school, it was about both parties, the male and the female. It was supposed to be about both parties. You come, you bring some sweetheart candy. She give you her card. She give you candy and all stuff. You both get each other something. But when, as an adult, I realized that Valentine's Day caters to one side, to females. Valentine's Day caters to females. Remember when I told y'all holidays drive the economy? So let me show you this. Why do they cater to females? Well, because as males, we don't really care if you get us a gift or not. Gifts are nice. Don't think we won't accept them, but we don't live our life based on pretty things and shiny things that somebody gives us. We got to go out here and work for it. For the most part, women love to get gifts. So when you look at Valentine's Day, all the commercials are geared toward get your sweetie something for holidays. Get your lady, that special love of your life, some jewelry, Kay's jewelry.
No, I shouldn't be promoting nobody. They not sponsoring me. I might edit it out.
But I might not. Anyway, but if you look at Valentine's Day, it's catered toward women. Why? Because if I want to keep happy wife, happy girlfriend, happy spouse partner, or relationship partner, if I want to keep them happy, I better get them a gift because the neighbors are getting gifts for they people, and you don't want your woman to go out there and see that somebody else got a gift and you don't. So you got to keep up with this thing. So
spend the money.
When you look at Easter, which is a totally just convoluted idea of something that I don't even know how it got twisted up with an Easter bunny and eggs and all this stuff, but I don't want to get into that conspiracy. I'm just telling you guys, when you look at it, everything's money driven. You got the church people and religious people feeling like we have to wear our best outfit on.
At least in the black community.
We have to wear our best outfits on Easter and go spend all of this money on Easter baskets and all the pageantry of Easter. Every holiday, y'all, every holiday is geared toward driving the economy. It has nothing to do with these idealistic thoughts that they want to put in your head. Now let's get back to Christmas. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this because you know I'm dropping jewels. You know I'm dropping game here on Higher Heights. You know I'm putting you in the ball game, in the realm of reality. With that being said, if we're honest about it, things don't feel the same around holidays anymore, not just because of the pandemic or not just because of anything that you think is because of this reason right here. It's because people are coming to the knowledge of the truth. Most families don't see each other, don't hang around each other, don't have two nice words to say to each other throughout the year. And if you are part of a rare family that actually is close-knit and tight, you realize that, hey, we're not really as close as we thought we were. Sometimes you get together and it's a bunch of fussing and arguing. Sometimes you just don't get together at all. So things aren't like they were back in the day where you had the matriarch and the patriarch of the family who held the family together. We don't have older people, wise people who are able to be respected and carry and demand that respect, whereas to where there's disagreements and they can step in a room and everybody respects what they says. We know that we don't have elders like that. We have people that say 50's the new 30 and 30's the new 20. And that's our idea now. Mama's hanging with daughters at the club. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's out here doing whatever they want to do and not being responsible. So we don't have the elders that are respected, that hold the family together anymore. So that's part of the reason right there. And we're coming to the realm of reality that, hey, people don't want to be fake. They don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason why it doesn't feel the same anymore. Then it's the other factor that I'm saying, the reality of the truth, the reality of the truth. When I was young, some people used to be on it like, I ain't selling my kids a dream about Christmas. I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna be letting them think that Santa Claus is real. And I got to be honest with you, sometimes it was because those people were broke or they didn't have the money. And I'm not laughing at those people, but they didn't feel like going out here and spending all this money on Christmas. And some dads or some moms felt like, hey, look, I take care of you 365 days out of a year. The lights are on. There's a roof over your head. There's clothes on your back. I'm showing you love. And the only time you feel like I love you is on this holiday when I get you things that are probably going to depreciate and you're not going to like them in the next couple of days, or you might not like them at the unwrapping. So this is my spiel about Christmas, y'all. We got to get into the realm of reality because the last days, we have been living in them for a while and things are not getting better. I perceive them to be getting worse. So the best thing that we can do is draw nigh to God, get close relationship with God, start to reconcile his body, which means start to really show real love with the love of God with no conditions. Understand that everything God created was good. Stop giving credit to these false imaginations and things that the world wants you to buy into. And you got to start thinking like God wants you to think. It's nothing wrong with getting people gifts. Don't get that twisted. I'm not Scrooge. It's nothing wrong with getting people gifts, but to call one day out of the year a day where people spend thousands of dollars, or even if you save up throughout the year so it doesn't hurt you, it's still a waste of money when most of these people aren't even financially literate enough to be successful in other areas of their life. With that being said, you got to understand the trick that they try to throw on you. In a world that constantly wants to push that God doesn't exist and God isn't real and science, which God created science. Why would they promote God even on in December? Why do they even keep up with that false narrative that they even care about the birth of Jesus? Well, they'll do it because they hope that The ones that still believe, like me, will buy into the concept of Christmas when Christmas has nothing to do with it. So all you other YouTube content creators who coming out with, oh, the paganist and this day and this is when Jesus, look, it's not nothing, it got nothing to do with that. The whole thing is convoluted and the whole thing is doctored and created up just like all the other holidays. What we have to do as believers is know who we are, know whose we are, and continue to lead with the truth and love. With that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'm almost at the 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody who tunes into the podcast and everybody who will be tuning in the future. Y'all be blessed.